Michael. There you go, sir. Come stand next to me in the light. So, Michael's been in the business for a blink of an eye. Only 8 months. Rank 2 already. Is from Joburg. I think you on the east side of Gauteng. Channel value over 4,000 already. 109 people active in his channel. His channel 6 points large. And he's got 25 active people on his first point. He is active. There is no doubt. This man is active. So, Michael, same question. Tell us that first day that you heard the word dew point and how you felt about it, whether you were skeptical, whether you just jumped in with both feet. Tell us your experience of joining the business.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ritindes Michael Makgoba. You'll be surprised how did I get hold to know dew point. In the industry where I am, I work an average of 12 hours a day, which is become very difficult for me. But it happened that one day, most of us, we are in this shining. I understand sometimes when you talk about shining, we're offending people. But I think coming to dew point, we're taught about this shining business, shining. I was also in that industry. And it happened that one day, the guys who introduced me in this business, by the name of Lucky, I met him delivering the product for him. And as I was delivering the product, and then the next day, he said, no, can we meet again? Then I thought, no, here it's a jackpot. I'm going to drop another product again. And he said to me, man, I've got something that I wanted to show you. This guy, want to show me something. What is that? Have you ever heard about dew point? Dew point? No. What is the dew point? He said, no, I can't able to explain. The guy was good. I can't explain to you. I can only show you a link, and then you can go and watch it tomorrow. If you have your time, you can take your time as much. I understand you are so busy. You can take your time and watch the link. I look at him and then I said, this guy maybe is crazy. He understands I'm here to sell him something, but now he's telling me about another business. And then he said, no, one thing about the dew point, we're not selling anything. I said, selling? What do you mean we're not selling anything in this business? And, it happened, I had one of the projects that I had to run at work. And I happened to say, you know what, I will watch the link today, but I change of watching today. And instead of me completing the project, I reserved and saved the link. And then on that day, I think it was on Monday, I was early at work. And then the first thing that I did was to watch the link. Watch what it was dew point all about. And I was so amazed, to be very honest. And I didn't even tell him that whether I wanted to sign or not to sign, because I was a little bit, shy to tell him, from selling the product now, I want to sign for him now, under him. And then he phoned me later. He said, have you watched the link? I said, yeah, definitely I've watched the link. And then what you think about the business, don't worry, I'll report to you what I think. I think it took me about 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. I phoned him. I said, no, they require us to put the wealthy engineer number. The intention is to make everything so that next month I can sign. He said, okay, send me a link. And then after that, immediately after that, I signed in. He thought next month, but I signed immediately after that. And then because now I went through, I had an opportunity of time of watching all the videos, just to YouTube videos to understand the business, I think, which was very important. One thing, Rob, to tell you, which I understand. If you can watch my slide, I think I took about 2 months not being serious. And then the guy wanted to know, do you think the business is very well? I said, no, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just make sure that I don't pay. I don't pay. And of course, for me, it was, after 1 month, I realized that I've made the biggest blunder not to pay. Because now, immediately when you pay, at least you are able to say, no, you are committed, motivated, that you can start the business. As long as you have not paid, it's like when I tell people, you can't say you want to go and think about the business. If you want to start with this business, start it now because you are not losing anything in this business. And then it will motivate you because you know you've got something to start with. So basically, that's how I started. And I think the rest is history. And to be very honest, Dew Point is a fantastic business, but not a simple business. I have got to be very honest with you. It's not a simple business, but if you are persistent and consistent in this business, I think you'll last. I mean, if you look at my average of hours that I spend, even at home, sometimes they think that I'm afraid to be at home because of what? After that, and then I have to, I'm one of the person who work with my team. To be very honest, if you ask, where's Mama Togo? She's here. You know what? This is a team that I work with. I rather not to run my own, concentrate on my first pointers and work with my team. Why? Because I believe this is a teamwork. And then without the teamwork, we'll never be we can't be successful in this business. And to be very honest with you, I don't even recall even a single day phoning my upliner. And I don't even know where he is. But I've got new parents, to be very honest. I've got new parents, Sispume and Putpet. I think you are the inspiration behind the success that I've achieved, those guys. These are the people who make sure that they motivate me. They understand, you know what, when you want to learn, I think these are the people who can motivate you in this business. And I understand sometimes it's a little bit harsh, but I think it comes with the price at the end of the day. If you don't have anyone else who's stronger in this business, I don't think you'll last. But this is business as much as it's a teamwork business, but don't forget that you are alone. You had to understand the most very important thing, your why. Why you want to do a Dew Point. Once you can understand why you want to do a Dew Point, I think you'll understand exactly why you have to be in this business. And one thing that really also motivates me in this business and working with my team, I understand, you know what, if you look at the 8 months, I think if minus the 2 months is average of 6 months, obvious the issue of the, what we'll call it, the policy and the principle of Dew Point. And there are two which I always subscribe to, and the plan and the goal. The plan and the goal for me is very important, even though it's written under my door at the office, in my office. Why? Because that's where I spend most of the time at. And then I just want to make sure that every time when I close the door a little bit, it reminds me your why. Of course, I wouldn't be here, guys, if I was earning very well at my work. I wouldn't be here. And then one people will always say, but your profession is paying very well. Of course it's paying very well, but I'm more poor while the company is paying very well. So this is my reason why I'm doing a Dew Point. I've got my own goal. I've got my own plan. I remember, I think months ago, Jeanette wanted me to come and do that. And then I said, no, I wanted to be on rank 4 first before. That was my goal. You know, I've set the goal that, you know what, before I come here on stage, I want to make sure that I'm on rank 4. And I had the reason why I wanted to be on rank 4. But she motivated me to make me to understand the reason why you have to, I mean, you're doing very well. We cannot sideline you. Come and do so that at least we can feel what? The stage. I mean, it's not to be easy here, guys. It's not easy to be here, guys. I don't want to lie to you. It's not very easy. But at the end of the day, that's really simple to the Dew Point team, and that we are working very hard to be here. And then I will encourage, and with the betting that we did with, there's a betting that we did, let me not say at least the husband is here. There's a betting that we did that also is, which is my plan. I think when we were speaking to, when I was in Durban, with Putpet, I think there was one thing that we've agreed with in terms of looking the future. It was that at least, you know, we don't want that pressure. At least between June and probably September, one must make sure that at least, you know, if you can be on a generator or the expeditor, at least come June, because you don't want to be under pressure on yourself. So around that time, But I can definitely also commit, because I've committed to my family, particularly my kids. I also told my kids that, you know what, we're going to Mauritius.
There you go.
And the reason why you do that, because now I spend most of the time coming late at home. And then at least they need to really understand why dad always arrive late at home. They have to understand a reason why sometimes I cannot spend enough time with them. Of course, I would like to spend time with them, but me understanding my why and then setting the goal and the plan that I have is just to make sure, at least I've got 4 kids, and which is unfortunately a challenge, because my firstborn is over 18 years. Looking at that, meaning that he doesn't qualify already. And I think now the goal is just to make sure that after 1 year, he start understanding the due point, so that at least he can really understand, try to build a business. That it will be an investment that I can do for my family. And then the biggest, and then the reason why one will say the money issue. It's always about that, the money issue. What do you think you'll do with money? And I think, I'm not sure whether one will say it's the historical background that we're coming from. And is that we were never taught to invest into our family. Maybe because of what? Of the work structure that we are involved in. So I've always said, as I was coming here, I was speaking to my partner and said to her that, you know what, the most very important thing is just to make sure that I invest in my next generation. At least by the time when they come, I've left something for them. And that will be the most important thing for me. And I believe it's very possible with Due Point. And I'm going there. I mean, if you look at, I'm always getting jealous to see that channel value. And if you can multiply by 2, meaning that I'll be on an average of what I want to be, where I've set up myself, especially January and February. I want at least to see myself on the rank 4 or rank 5. That's where I'm working towards to. I understand it's not easy, but I think if I understand and stick to my why, I'll be able to reach that goal, and I think it's very possible for me.